Hey YouTube, so we're working on this truck, 1994 second generation Dodge Ram. This is my project truck, and we're just replacing parts here and there to put it back in the road again. So right now I'm having this issue, and I'm gonna show you. So we're having this issue with this truck. The oil gauge, I mean the pressure, drops. Sometimes pressure is okay, sometimes it drops whenever you put it dry. It moves a lot. So we're gonna try to fix that issue. We're gonna check for the sensor first. Hopefully that solves the problem. If not, we're gonna have to remove the oil pan and replace the oil pump. And we're gonna need to replace that sensor. So we need to remove all these intake hoses. Basically, you just pull it back, and then you just pull this one towards you, and it's gonna pop. And then we have a clamp on that intake manifold, and that one we're gonna get it from this side. So you wanna use just a flat screwdriver. There's gonna be a hose attached to it. Alright, so you just pull it and it's gonna release. And here's the clamp. Use a flat screwdriver and loosen it up and remove it. We need this gasket. And now we're gonna come again in this on the passenger side of the truck, and that sensor is gonna be back there. So I'm gonna show you really quick where it is located, and then I will go from there to replace it. Okay, so it's gonna take some effort. I'm here in the engine bay. I removed this plastic lid right here just to have more room. And I just disconnect the connector. I'm gonna see it right here, the connector. So it's gonna tap. You push it out. This tab right here. Push it out and then pull it. It's gonna be hard, okay? Because the sensor. So the sensor, you see this part right here is like a vacuum valve or something. Then we have, now this is a 5.9 engine. You see this thing right here, and the sensor is where is it? It's right here in the back of this thing. And I wasn't able to see it. I was looking for it, and I'm like, where is the sensor? Well, it's hidden all the way to the back right here. So we're gonna remove it. Let's see, that's a thread or something. I'm barely reaching. So it's all the way to the back, just so you know. I was looking for it for a long time. Didn't see it until I find the connector. Just touch it with my hand, and try to pull the tab and pull the wiring harness, and there is the sensor. So we're gonna go ahead and remove it, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so we got it out. So this is the sensor. You're gonna need a special socket to remove it, and you can find that this socket at the auto parts. You can see there's the part number, and it is an oil pressure switch socket. So it's like kind of special tool for this purpose. And then we have the sensor right here, and we got the new part. Just make sure it's about the same size. Make sure the connector is the same, before you try or attempt to install it. And part number for this sensor will be right there. Yeah, That's the oil pressure sender. This is a 5.9 engine, but I was checking out some other videos and trucks, and I think the 5.2 is the same. The sensor is all the way in the back. This is the setup I use for to remove it. Use the socket, short extension, and my ratchet. Now we're gonna install it, and now I'm checking the old sensor, and it doesn't look like it has some sealer or something. It's just the thread. It's thread in, and that's it. It doesn't have anything else, so I'm not gonna put anything on this one as well. I'm just gonna leave it just like that and install it. Obviously, after a drive or two drives, I'm gonna check if it's leaking there. If it's leaking, I'm gonna remove it and put something there in the thread, to stop the leak. But this one looks like it was just like that, doesn't have any Teflon tape or anything, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. And whenever you remove it, you can feel like the pressure. You can feel how tight the old sensor it is. So it's not too tight, so do not torque down this one like so hard, or like 30 foot-pounds or whatever. I don't have the specs for that, but just you don't want to break it. This is metal, this is plastic. You don't want to break it from here. You don't want to miss a thread. You don't want to break it or anything, so be gentle with it. Anyway, anytime you can just double check you have any leaks. You can tie the sensor a little bit more or add some Teflon tape to the thread, and that'll be just fine. So now we're going to proceed to install it. Basically, you kind of have to feel with your finger in the back of the engine where is the part where you have to put this sensor in, because there is no visual back there. You kind of just have to feel it and install it. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, I feel like that's good enough. So we're just gonna install everything back right now. Put the connector back, install everything up here. So we got everything back together. The air filter box, that air pipe for the air filter box. Everything is back together. And now we're gonna start the truck, and we're gonna see from there. We're gonna watch for the engine oil pressure. Sorry, my truck is a little bit loud, so I'm just gonna turn it on, make sure it's right. We're gonna go through the gears and see if the oil pressure stays in the middle or on the 40 range. Looks good. I'm gonna press the accelerator a couple of times, the gas. Right, we're gonna go through the gears. So far looks good. I want to call this a success, a win for now. And well, yeah, that's how you replace the oil pressure sensor or oil pressure sending unit on your Dodge Ram 2nd generation. This is a 5.9 engine, but it will apply the same for the 5.2. Just a side note, be patient whenever you're removing this sensor and whenever you put it back, because it's a hassle. It's hard to get it. It's hard to get to it. You need a special tool. You kind of just put it back in with just feeling whatever the hole is. Don't get that wrong. It's doable. You can do it. So just be patient there. Take your time. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, please consider like and subscribe.